Happy morning, children. Welcome to Blue Stars High Secondary School online classes. Today we have your English class. Okay. Today we are going to see the supplementary part of Unit 4. So already we have completed the poem and the prose part. And now we are going to see the supplementary part, okay, of Unit 4. So before getting into the lesson, let me give you the thought for the day. Respect the old when you are young. Help the weak when you are strong. Confess the fault when you are wrong. Because one day in life you will be old, weak, and wrong. Understood? So always love your parents, respect them, help them. Okay? Because you will be getting back all those respect, help, and you will also be loved. Okay? So always respect and love your parents. With that thought, we just get into the today's class. Okay, I told you today we are going to see Unit 4 supplementary. It is the aged mother. Okay, so this story is a Japanese folk tale. The author is Matsuo Basho. Okay, so here he was born in 1644. Okay, and he lived between 1644 to 1694. He is one of the most famous poets in Japan. In Japan, many of his poems are seen on monuments and traditional sites. He is such a famous poet. Okay, Basho was introduced to poetry at a young age and it quickly became well known throughout Japan. He made a living as a teacher but later traveled throughout the country to gain inspiration for his writing. So his writings was written on many traditional sites and monuments. So he's such a famous writer. Okay, so this story is a Japanese tale. So before getting into the story, let me give you some of the meanings. Okay, so just see the glossary part. Despotic. Despotic means cruel. Okay, what is despotic? It's cruel. Okay. Proclamation. Proclamation is announcement. Barbarous. Barbarous is extremely brutal. Okay, it's like extremely harsh. Abandon. Abandon is desert. Okay, it's giving up completely. Reverence. Reverence is deep respect. Okay. Mandate. Mandate is an official order. Okay. Summit. Summit is the topmost point of a hill or a mountain. Okay, the peak we say, no, the topmost point. That is a summit. Injunction. Injunction means an order restraining someone from performing an act. That is stopping someone, okay, from doing this. That is an injunction. Shriveled. Shriveled means wrinkled and contracted due to old age or due to strain. Okay, wrinkling, the shrinking of the skin, that is the shriveled. Okay, gravely. Gravely means seriously. Understood? So just try to remember the meaning for these words. And now let's get into the lesson. So the aged mother. So obviously from the title we came to know this story is something about the old aged mother. Okay. So now let's see what the story says. This Japanese folk tale is also known as the story of the aged mother. It highlights that the aged are sharp-witted. It describes the love and affection a son and his mother have for one another. Okay, so normally we feel when we have some elderly people at home, we just ask them for many suggestions when we are in a dilemma, isn't it? So just like that, here also the son is having the old mother who is very sharp-witted, who is very clever. Okay, so both the son and mother are affectionate towards each other. So what happened to them is the story about. So see here, long ago, they lived at the foot of a mountain, a poor farmer and his aged widowed mother. They owned a bit of land which supplied them with food and they were humble, peaceful and happy. Okay, so it's many years ago, there was a man, a poor farmer who was living with the aged mother who has lost his husband. Okay, so only the mother and the son were living there. Okay, so where are they living? At the foot of the mountain. Okay, so they were having a bit of land. From that only they get food. And they are having leading a very peaceful and happy life. Okay, so here they are just staying in the country called Shining. This country was governed by a despotic leader. Okay, he's very cruel leader. this country is owned by a very despotic leader who, though a warrior, had a great and cowardly shrinking from anything suggestive of failing health and strength. Okay, so he will be doing anything. Okay, so whatever comes to his mind for saving him, so he'll just do. He will never think of the after effect of it at all. So he will just give the order just like that. Okay, so this caused him to send out a cruel proclamation. So he's just giving a very cruel proclamation, cruel order. So what is the order? Just see. The entire province was given strict orders to immediately put to death all aged people. So what is this? He says immediately in the entire country all the people, all the aged people has to be put to death. Okay, so put to death in the sense they have to kill, isn't it? So those were barbarous days, and the custom of abandoning old people to die was not uncommon, isn't it? People become old, people born, they grow up and they become old. After that they will die naturally. It's a natural process. But killing someone, okay, if they become age, killing someone is not a normal one. It's very abnormal, it's very cruel, right? So this emperor, he is just giving this order of killing the old people, putting to death. Understood? So a poor yeah, so here the poor farmer loved his aged mother with tender reverence, and the order filled his heart with sorrow. Understood? Normally, when this farmer heard about the order of the empire, what he will do? Yeah, he will be feeling very sorry because he loved his mother so much. He has only the relation he has is only the mother, isn't it? So but no one ever thought about obeying the mandate of the governor. So what is this? They don't have that guts to disobey the order which was given by the governor of the city. So they want to obey him, no other go. So with deep and hopeless sighs, the youth prepared for what at the time was considered the kindest mode of death. So people were just killing their aged mother and father, isn't it? So this poor farmer, he loved his mother so much. So, but at the same time, he cannot disobey the order of the governor. So he want to he want to just put his mother to death in a kindest mode. Okay, so what is the kindest mode he was thinking? Just see here. Just at the sundown, when his day's work was ended, he took a quantity of unwhitened rice, which was a principal food for the poor, and he cooked, dried it, and tied it in a square cloth, which he swung in a bundle around his neck along with a gourd filled with cool, sweet water. So, what for he is preparing this? He is preparing this for his mother, okay, because he is just going planning something, no, he want to, yeah, he cannot kill the mother, so he's just planning something. He want to take his mother somewhere. Okay, so he's just preparing the preserved food. Normally the poor people prefer rice. It's the common food which is available everywhere. So he's just taking some unwhitened rice, which is the principal food for the poor, and then he cooked it, dried it, and he just keeping it in a square cloth, and he's just tying around his neck. Okay, so along with that, he's also filling a bottle with cool sweet water. So let's see what for he's preparing all these things. Now, see, he's just lifted his helpless old mother to his back and started on his painful journey up the mountain. Okay, so now what happens? He has just packed up the eatable, isn't it? The food for the mother. Then he also take his old mother, and he's just climbing the mountain now, starting the journey. The road was long and steep. Okay, so the narrow road was crossed and recrossed. So he has to just cross. Normally, no, how the mountain looks. We don't have the straight roads like how we have in our city. All the roads will be crisscross. So we have to walk carefully because we have to just keep track of the road, I mean the route which we are going, isn't it? So see here, the road was long and steep. The narrow road was crossed and recrossed by many paths made by hunters and woodcutters. There was also not proper roads. Okay, so all those paths were made by the hunters who came there for hunting. Okay, and the woodcutters who came there to cut the woods. They have made their own path. So in that crisscross path only, this farmer was carrying his mother and is just walking. Okay, in some place they lost and confuses, but he have no heed. So what is this? He could not just proceed with the path because it was not a clear path. Everywhere was just crisscross. So whatever route is available, he is just walking along the path. So it was very confusing. Okay, one path or another, it mattered not. He went, climbing blindly upward, ever upward, towards the high bare summit of what is known as Obachiyama, the mountain of abandoning of the aged. So here what they're telling, he is just carrying the mother and is just following the path which was made by the hunter and the woodcutter. Okay, and he doesn't worry about the path itself. So wherever he got the path, he just started to climbing up along with the mother. So he's just reaching the peak, the summit of the mountain. So its name is Obatsuyama. So which is called as the abandoning of the aged. Okay. See here, the eyes of the mother weren't so dim, but that they noted the reckless hastening from one path to another, and her loving heart grew anxious. That's what a mother is, isn't it? He knows, the mother knows that the son is about to carrying her just to leave her in the mountain and come back home, isn't it? But even though the mother was worrying about the son, why she is worrying? Let's see. The trembling mother's voice was full of unselfish love as she gave her last injunction. Let not thine eyes be blinded, my son, she said. So the mother is telling her, the mother is becoming old, so the voice of the mother is very trembling, very shaky. Okay. And with lots of love, the mother is telling the son, so let not thine eyes be blinded, which means please just follow the route which you are going. Why she is telling that? Just see here. The mountain road is full of danger because we may lose track. We cannot go down, isn't it? Sometimes. So look carefully and follow the path which holds the piles of twigs, isn't it? So what the mother has done, when they were climbing upwards, the mother has collected some of the twigs from the trees. What is twigs? The small branches, like you know, there is a twig. So she has collected and she has just put the some piles of twigs at regular its place. Okay, so she is asking the son, when you are going down, just follow the piles of twigs so that you can reach down safely. See, they will guide you to the familiar path farther down. The son was surprised by the love the mother showed, isn't it? So the son did not expect that. So he was very surprised, and he was very feeling very pity on seeing the scratches on the hands of the mother. Okay, his heart broke within, and bowing to the ground, he cried aloud, "Oh, honorable mother, your kindness breaks my heart. I will not leave you. Together we will follow the path of twigs, and together we will die." So, what the son is telling? No more, I cannot leave you here alone. Your love has changed my mind completely. Okay, your kindness has break my heart. So, together we will go down, and even if you want to die, together we will die. So now once more he shouldered his burden. So who is the burden referred here? The mother. But this time the son was not feeling the mother as a burden because he is carrying the mother with the heart full of love. Okay, now they are just following the path created by the and the twigs in the path. Okay, so that they are just hastening downward. They are just coming downwards quickly from the mountain through the shadows and the moonlight. So it was almost night, isn't it? So they are reaching their hut. Where is their hut? Down the mountain in the valley. Okay. So beneath the kitchen floor was a walled closet for food. You can just see the walled closet. What is a closet? It's like a cupboard. Okay. So there he is just hiding the mother. Okay, and he is just supplying with all the things she needed. And every now and then this son will come and see the mother whether she is good. Okay, and he was also has that fear. What if someone finds them? Isn't it? If someone finds them, both will be killed for disobeying the governor's order, isn't it? So this son is fearing that someone would find the mother. Okay, so time passed as he was beginning to feel safe when again the governor sent forth heralds bearing an unreasonable order, seemingly a boast of his power. Okay, so his demand was that his subjects should present him a rope of ashes. Now, as the time passes, where the son is hiding the mother in the closet in the wall, the cupboard in the wall, okay, where they used to keep the food. So the son was in a fear that someone would find that he is hiding the mother. But as time passed, no one found that he is hiding the mother in the cupboard. Okay, so that he is feeling very relaxed and happy. By that time, another order from the governor was made. What is the order? That is, the people of this province should bring him rope of ashes. What is ashes? You know that, right? The burnt remains of the things. So he has to bring a rope made of this ashes. Is it possible? Not at all. So let's see what this son is doing. The entire province trembled with dread. The order must be obeyed. Yet, who in all shining could make a rope of ashes? So it is the order from the emperor. Everyone have to obey them, isn't it? But is it possible to make a rope of ash? Not at all, isn't it? So one night, in great distress, the son whispered the news to his hidden mother. So what the son is doing? He is telling that the emperor has made such an announcement of to bring a rope of ashes. Okay, very silently. What is whispering? Very silently, he is telling to his mother. Wait, she said. I will think. I will think. Okay. So the mother is thinking what to do. On the second day, she told him what to do. So the mother was thinking. Okay. And the mother says, make a rope of twisted straw. She said, what is straw? You know. Yeah, this one is a straw. You can just see in the picture, right? This is which the cows used to eat this, no? It likes it. Yeah, the straw. Then stretch it upon a row of flat stones and burn it on a windless night. So if you just twist the straw and made it into a rope-like thing, and you just keep it on a stone and burnt it during a windless night, it will resembles a rope. Okay, so just see here. Then stretch it upon a row of flat stone and burn it on a windless night. He called the people together and did as she said. So the son also called the people, and he just twisted the straws and burnt it on a windless night. It looked like a rope of ashes. Okay, so every twist and fiber showing perfectly the rope of ashes. Okay, the governor was pleased at the wit of the youth. Okay, so what is this? The governor was very much happy about the wiseness of the man, and he just praised him greatly. And he wanted to know from where he obtained this wisdom. So this emperor was asking the man, so how come you are so clever? So he says, at last, he just said the truth. What is the truth? Yeah, with deep bows, he just bowed the emperor and he just told the whole story of hiding his mother in the closet. So the governor listened and meditated in silence. So finally, he decided. Finally, what he said, shining needs more than strength of youth, he said gravely. So what is this? So finally, he just take back the law which was made by him, the order of killing the old people. Okay, so with the crown of snow, there comes wisdom. That very hour, the cruel law was abolished. Which law? Of putting old people to death, and the custom drifted into as far a past that only legends remain. So from then on, the old people were not killed and they were living happily in the city. Okay, so we have to just treasure. If you have any old people at home, if you have your grandfather, grandmother, they are the treasures we have lot of things to learn from them. Okay, so we just need to love them and treasure them. Okay, children, yeah, I hope you understood this lesson. So read the lesson, go through it, and learn the given paragraph in the material. Write the classwork. Okay, and just try to remember the characters in the lesson. Okay, children, so do the assignment part. Thank you, children. Have a blessed day.